Are you tired of setting goals every year and not achieving them? Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make sure that when you set a goal, you actually achieve the goal, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Now, before we get started, I want you to picture where would your life be if you actually done and completed and accomplished the goals that you set out to do it every single time. It'd be massive, right? Life would be completely different. I'm sure you'd be much more happier. You'd have a lot more satisfaction, because these are problems that come as a result of not achieving your goals. It becomes very sad, right? You become unfulfilled. It's depressing. It's tough to handle mentally. There's a solid reason why you're not achieving your goals. It's down to one reason, and I'm going to show you what the reason is and how to actually fix and rectify it. A lot of the times, the reason you are not achieving your goals is because you have no objective. Think of it. What are you really working towards? What are you building towards, right? As a man, it's imperative you have something you're working towards. And honestly, it's shameful for a man not to have an objective, for a man not to have a goal, a target. It's not from rujula. The ulama, what do they say? They say for a man not to have high ambition, he's dim-witted. SubhanAllah. So this is why it's so important for us to have an objective, and the objective needs to be clear, right? The clearer the objective is, the more likely we're going to reach there. Now, there's a statement I want you guys to really understand, okay? In order for you to get to somewhere you've never been, you're going to have to do things that you've never done before. But why do a lot of us struggle to actually get to this objective? Let me explain to you guys why, and I'm going to show you how to rectify this problem. The reason a lot of us struggle to actually get to the objective is what? You don't notice it, but this is something that is psychological. Okay, in order for me to work a difficult path, right, the desired outcome must be far better than my current situation. If you understand where you are right now, where you want to be needs to be far greater than currently where you are. It has to be much more better. If I was to paint you guys an analogy, okay, imagine I'm in a house, okay, the house costs 500 euros a month, 500 pounds a month for rent, okay, and it's a 5-star apartment. And then 300 kilometers away, there's a 400 pound apartment for 5 stars. Although it's cheaper, is it worth moving that amount of distance just to save 100 pounds? Likely no, right? So I'm going to find it difficult to be motivated to take up that deal. All because the outcome is better doesn't mean it's good enough. It needs to be significantly better in order for you to be convinced to work towards it every day. And this is the problem. A lot of us don't have big enough objectives. Make your objective nice, big and clear. But don't fall for this next mistake. When you make that objective, what's actually important is creating a process in order to achieve that objective. The reason majority of you guys don't achieve anything you set out to do is because all you did was set the objective. First of all, like we mentioned, it wasn't big enough. And problem number 2, you haven't actually set a step-by-step process on how you're going to achieve that. And what you need to learn is the process is actually more important than the outcome, right? It must feel really dead not having goals and not being able to achieve the goals. A lot of the times it's because of what? You just haven't created that process for yourself. Ask yourself, okay, if I want to make $1 million, what does that look like? So if I want to make $1 million and each of my products sells at 1,000 per unit, I need to sell 1,000 products in order to make $1 million. So what I need to focus on is the process of selling 1,000 products, not the million. Because if I sell the 1,000 products anyways, it necessitates the million. The million is guaranteed. So you need to build a process that allows you to what? Guarantee your outcome. And this is one of the things that we teach and help you do in the Mind Control program. Build processes to achieve your desired outcome. The third secret in order to what? Actually achieving this is to divide your goals into smaller periods. You see, we have deadline effect as human beings, right? Meaning we do things better and we start to exert effort and more creativity closer to the deadline. But what you need to do is actually create smaller deadlines for yourself. So by planning what you want to achieve over the next week, 2 weeks, rather than setting objectives for the whole year, right? The year seems like so far away to the mind, so you're going to be relaxed up until the end of the year. Rather, if you split your goals into 4 to 6 week periods and focus on something, one part of the process within the 4 to 6 weeks, then you're more likely to actually achieve the results and get what you want to get done. Right? And this is just one of the things, like I mentioned, we teach in the Mind Control program. It's vast, it has a lot more. If you want to get signed up to the Mind Control program, click the link in the description and get signed up today.